Next up on the call is Alcorn State head coach Jay Hopson. Alcorn State fell short to Alabama A&M 19 to 18, and this week they'll play host to Prairie View on Thursday at 6:30. Good morning, Coach Hopson. Are you with us?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. You could talk about your game against Alabama A&M and preview your game this Thursday, playing host to Prairie View.
It was a tough, hard-fought game. Give all the credit in the world to Alabama A&M. They made the plays when they had to win the game. We had our opportunities. We had it first and goal on the one with about 2.5 to go, and didn't get any points out of it. And then, at the end of the regulation, kind of had a little drop punt, but missed a couple field goals, missed extra points. But at the end of the day, Alabama A&M did what they had to do to win the game. This week we play a very good Prairie View team. Kind of in the same boat we're in, probably both mathematically still in, but probably, in reality, it looks like it's going to be a Jackson Southern championship game, and so we're probably both on the outside, and, it's a game that we're both playing just to get a hard-fought W.
Questions now for Jay Hopson, head coach at Alcorn State.
Coach, can you talk a little about your offense in the second half? What were some of the problems that Alabama A&M's defense presented in the final two quarters?
Alabama A&M, they just made plays at the critical time. They were a big pressure team down in the red zone. We all knew that. They knew that. We knew that. They came up with some big plays down there. But we also had our opportunities to hit it, and we didn't. So at the end of the day, that's football. It was a tough loss. I mean, anytime you're down there in the last minutes of the game and you have the ball on the one and you get nothing out of it, and then we had one more opportunity. We held them, had another opportunity, and didn't take advantage of it. But again, that's football. I mean that happens. And if you coach this game or play this long enough, you're going to be on both ends of those type games. So. It's a game where we just got to get behind it and get ready. We got a game this week, which is a big game because we get a chance to win 8 games, which hadn't been done in about 20 years. It's something that we got to be ready to play because we've got a good opponent, a real good opponent. So we got to get it behind us and move on.
Coach Ty Miller from Sheridan Broadcasting. You just mentioned the fact that you have a chance to win 8 games this year, and when you talk about the pressures that come with winning, how much of an accomplishment personally will this be for you in just your second season?
Well, it's to me it's just a team deal as a coach. I've been blessed in coaching to be on a lot of good teams. I've been on some bad teams too, So I mean, but at the end of the day, you enjoy it for the kids. I think that they deserve it. They're working hard, and we know we have a tough opponent this week, but just to see them get 8 would be a big thing for them, So I mean, but we don't really, we just look at it as the next game, It's a chance to go win a ball game, and that's something, Ty, that in football you kind of have to be like that. And that's something I think just I got on a little early and Reggie was talking about. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a chance to win a game. You can't worry about all the other scenarios. Each week you just got to get ready for the next opponent, and it's an opportunity to win a game.
Well, Coach, we as the media and in particular people as fans, do they oftentimes forget that, football does go in cycles where, like Coach Jones mentioned that his defense has been doing pretty good this year. It's trying to get his offense on track, and sometimes it has to do with the classification of the players we have so far as how long they've been there.
Well, there's no question. I think a lot of times, that when you're playing with a lot of youth, I think sometimes, you have those mental lapses at times. When you have an experienced senior football team, a lot of times, you're crisper and sharper and you're executing at a higher level. So I think he's 100% right on. I think, experience, there's only one way to get experience in football and any job. The more you do it, the better you get, and I think that's something that, we're still talking about 18 to 22-year-olds. So the more they do it, naturally, the better they're going to get. And so there's certainly a lot of merit to that,
And finally, Coach, what has and what will this record do for you so far as going forward with people being attracted to Alcorn State, the new Alcorn State, and what you've done down there?
We're just trying to, we're trying to build a program. That's kind of the that was kind of the goal. I mean, I think everybody knows the disarray we were in. I guess a year and a half ago. I mean, it was a program that had kind of been without a head coach for about 8 months, and certainly didn't even really have a recruiting year, and had a mass exodus of players in the previous November. And so, I mean, it was a deal where we're just trying to get the program on stable ground, and there's many battles that you fight trying to build a program, especially we know with all the limited resources at times that you have in some of our schools. But at the end of the day, I can't be prouder of the kids and the coaches. Everybody's working hard, and we have 2 more opportunities to go out and play football, which is important, and hopefully, we'll get this one behind us, because it is a tough loss. Get this one behind us and move on to the next one.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, looking at your schedule, don't have an open week. Just played Saturday. Quick turnaround for a Thursday night game. Can you speak a little bit about the preparation for a short week, and not even having an open week?
Right. I was tickled to death that we're playing Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those deals that we won the game. I was a little concerned going in because we were still right there in the title run, and you wanted that week. But when you lose a game like that, man, you wish the game was on Monday. You can't wait to get back on the field. So it's a blessing right now, a big blessing for us that we're playing on Thursday night. And really, we've had sometimes in football, I've learned over the years, sometimes the open date deal to me is not really a big issue, because sometimes, you get out of rhythm too on open dates. You see a lot of teams things are going pretty good, and then they take an off date, and then all of a sudden you kind of get out of sync a little bit. And so, I mean, sometimes they can help you if you have an injury or two to get over, but to me, it's kind of 6 1/2 dozen or the other. I mean, heck, the NFL plays 20 weeks. But at the end of the day, 12 weeks is, it's not that, big a deal, I don't think.